KingGBL here, and welcome back to some Go Battle League. Big welcome in everybody, hope you're all doing good, and welcome back to the last day of Jungle Cup here. I do have 6 sets banked for today. I'm either going to do 5 sets today and 6 tomorrow, or vice versa, depending on how well this goes today. If we have a little bit of a bad day here, I'll probably just do 5 sets here, and bank the 6 for tomorrow. If I do start climbing again today, which I've been climbing pretty consistently with this team, I'll probably continue playing. As you can see, we're up to 25.59, so I've gained about 30 or 40 elo since last stream. The team that I've been showcasing recently has been just performing super well. I was doing a coaching session with somebody this week, and he did get up to 24.95 before unfortunately dropping a little bit, so if you guys are interested, by the way, in getting coaching this season, by all means, feel free to do that. But guys, I hit leaderboards today. I hit leaderboards today for the first time in a while. Well, I guess, actually, I probably did hit it the season before last. But, let me actually have a quick look. I can't remember what position I'm at now. I think I'm like 247? 270. Boom. 270, let's go. So yeah, obviously today we're going to try and push up a little bit. Yo, what's up Kaiba? What's up Mac? How's everybody? What's going on? What's going on? God bless you all for tuning in, really appreciate it. We're just going to run this team back. Like I said, it's the final day of Jungle Cup. Just keep this team in your mind though, keep it in the back pocket for next time around. We do have a Jungle Cup twice this season. What's that elo? Yo, what's up Akano? He tried playing last night and Scopely kept donating energy to the other guy, so I gave up. That's rough, that's rough. Speaking of not rough though, this is a good lead. This is not rough. Oh, this is rough though. 5. I want to say that Ferrophorn can win this in the one shield. He froze on 9. Okay, he's on 1 now, so I have to 1 and throw here basically. Abomasnow is super tricky for my team. He's on 3. I shield this and I can do 1 and throw still, I think. Nice, okay. If Gyarados comes back, we can pretty much take it out. Nice. He's gonna get the farm down. That's really rough. I probably just lose this game. Abomasnow safe swap is really bad for me. Abomasnow safe swap is just super tough for me. I think I probably have to play that out fully with Togekiss, right? Okay. I anticipated the catch. Nice, he froze on alignment here. Just to get this off. Unfortunately, I do have to full send the Stone Edge here. Aquatail here, unfortunately, won't do it. Yeah. Yeah, GG's, man. I think if I ever get that again, I have to stem with Togekiss. It's really, really tough. Nice. I tried playing last night, Scopely kept donating energy to the opponent. Yeah, that's never great, that's never great. Ooh, excuse me. Do you guys get any allergies, man? I've been getting kind of wrecked recently by them. I feel like I need to get an allergy test on. Because I don't really know what allergies I have, but I've definitely got something. They no shield that. Alright, let's see if he shields this. Ah. Yeah, what up, Turf? Is it straight 7 or is it 776? Straight 7. Ah. Brutal. Yeah, we're getting a lot of, well, it's only been 2 games, but both games have been kind of rough teams. No way he seed bombs here, right? Yeah. Yeah, GG's. GG's. 2 really tough ones. Mantine is just super bulky, it's kind of hard for me to... Like, by the looks of... Maybe actually, low-key. Nah, yeah. I think I just, I can never really beat Mantine in the 2 shield. Kind of tough. No, I'm just pretty much, sneezing and stuff. Alright, Togekiss. Fortress, okay, not terrible. 3, like, pretty bad leads, though, to start with. It is on Volt Switch. Nice, we get the catch. That's good. Yo, what up, Crazy? Do we survive? If we do, that's great. Nah, he twisters, that's smart. Alright, makes sense. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's getting bad with that Kaiba. Okay. I guess for Sandtomb. I just need this to be a Mud Boy on the back, basically. Alright, he CMPs me on that. Shuttle balls correctly. 5. Okay, nice. Yo, Mimsy, what's up, dude? Appreciate that for 10 months. Let's go, dude. Alright, he's on 3, I think. 4. 5. Sometime. Just trying to make sure this knocks out. I don't know if this KOs, we'll see. I can't remember if they were low enough. Nice, it does. Let's go. Nice little comeback. I think we're 1 for 2. Nice, congrats, Crazy Poke. Yeah, it sounds like you had a rough time. Like the stream, y'all, please. Yo, appreciate it, Mimsy. 10 months is crazy. 10 months is crazy. Very much appreciate that. Alright, let's get it, man. Let's try to make a little climb to them, or at the very least, not tank. That'd be good. Alright, this might be the Axon team, which I think just destroys my team. Okay. So this is probably double bug bite. Nice, they let it go. They probably water pulse here, but it doesn't KO. They get really minimal farm out of that too. Big shield. Nice, love that. Okay. That's 6. No shield. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Really funny timing there. Upper hand. Nice, we get rid of this. Okay. I think we win this, especially because he's just taking me out here. Let's put him into Power Whip range. I think it's just safer to let this go, right? He undercharges. I don't think he reaches back-to-back surf here before I Bullet Seed plus Peck down. Nice. And actually we just reached this move anyway. Yeah, that's what it is, man. Like, one thing is that I've noticed is big hesitation can definitely cost you. Just like fully committing to something can be the hardest thing at times. Thoughts on Licky Licky Fart and Claude? Been running it most of the cop. It's worked for me pretty well, even though I'm not that great at PvP. Let's see. I mean, if it's working well, it's working well, right? I would say, like, you know, the obvious thing is a little bit ABA weak to fighting. But Licky can do okay against fighters. This guy's been running Mighty Ina lead. Let's see if he's still running it. Yep. Yep, we just pretty much win this, as long as I don't misplay too badly. Alright, he's on 6. It's gonna be Steelix and Wiggly. GG's. I love this team so much. Yeah, Icy went here, of course. Doesn't do very much. This is fine, we don't give him a big farm down. Swift, nice, nice. He's gonna catch. Okay. Okay. Big resisted farm downs, kinda cool. Not that Quag actually cares. He's gonna catch this, watch. Nope. Nice. Nice. Okay, GG's. Yeah, this team is brutal for that team. It's like, there's no way out of it. He tried all the stuff, and like, fair play to him for trying, but like, that's just, it's so RPS. Alright, 2574, very nice. Actually gained proper elo for free too. Dude, that was a really good comeback. That was an 0-2 set. We started out 0-2 there. Those sets right there are the money makers, you know. When you start out 0-2 or 0-3 and get a 2 free or free 2. Makes a big difference. Alright, huge up here. Hello, swine. Not amazing for me. Oh, he goes Twister there. He probably calls this, actually. Wouldn't be a terrible call. Yeah, good call, buddy. Good call, I respect you. Yep, fair enough. Fair enough. He might actually just outpace me as well with the Pilo. Okay, he doesn't throw it. I think he's on 5 or 6 here. I don't mind shielding this, I don't think. I don't think I mind shielding that. Shields down for Farforn's probably better, and I think we still reach a move. Okay, that's good. Why would you do that, bro? That makes no sense, dude. That made no sense, what he just did. Alright, he has to throw straight away. As long as he's not a back-to-back, we are fine here. I don't think I died to a horsepower. Yeah, I think getting the shields down is the big play there. Especially because it's non-shadow, or like the Quag. Yeah, it's non-shadow, so Quag was able to reach another move. For my team, the shadow was a lot scarier. The Drain Punch. I saw Schmady uploaded that. Drain Punch Quag is insane. Yeah, Schmady uploaded Water Gun, Drain Punch. So like just water gunning and farming down while buffing your defense. Okay, terrible lead. Go to the Sire here. Five. What's up, Jason? Welcome in. Okay, I'll shield one. Ancient Power's cute. Yeah, Ancient Power's cute, I guess. Farm this all the way down and come out with the Thunder for Togekiss. God bless you too, Justin. Hope you're doing good. Thunderbolt. Doesn't do a lot of damage. He gets off another surf here. Just about. He survives on 1 HP. Doom, doom, doom. 1, 2. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. We just have to call a bait. Nice, well played. 7 teams over 5 sets today. Was triple hard countered 16 times. What a terrible ride that was. Bro, I swear, whenever you like switch your team up a lot, I swear you get hard countered worse. That's what I've noticed anyway. Bum, yo. Dunsparce, interesting lead. I'm gonna go straight to Quag here. Alright, that's 2. Yeah, I feel like that's true, Justin, right? Oh, they actually win CMP. That's interesting. Alright, let's do 1 and pro on the Dunny. And we just hope Pharaoh's good here. It's probably like double fire, and we're just cooked here. Or like a fire plus a flyer. Nice, we don't get denied. Love that. Five. Yeah, I sort of thought he might do that, honestly. I kind of needed, like, the way I had to win this game was, I was thinking this could happen. There was like 2 sort of possibilities here. He could either do this, or, of course, for the move. So I would have had to have stayed in here and then, like, tried to... Yeah, I don't know, like, get rid of this after the perfect amount of bullet seeds. And then catch the icicle spear on the way back in. It was going to be very tough to win that. Decent lead. Decent lead. Yep, they often go for this chip and dip. He's on 1 after this. 1. Okay. So he left on 1. If he lets this go, we'll mudshot all the way down. This is perfectly fine. I do wonder what's in the back. I'm thinking it's probably their own quag. Okay, so 1 on the Gyarados. 3, 5, 7, 8. A shield. I think that's 11. So he's on 2. Okay, nice. We win this match up. Yo, how many did I just say? I'll shield the Drilly. All of the Gyarados moves are resisted, right? GG's. Nice. Yeah, it happens sometimes, dude. You try some fun teams. Yeah, I thought this was DG5. Two. If I win this battle, we should still gain a decent amount of elo. You almost counter-swapped the wrong Pokemon. Feels bad, feels bad. Wigglytuff, interesting. Okay, they're dry. We've got 2 on the Togekiss. Yeah, Ferrothorn is really good for that, Marcel. Okay, 1. Alright, he's on 5, Wiggly's on 1. It's probably double Ghost. He's on 6. I'm just gonna go straight Aqua Tail. Seven. Frozen alignment here, of course, just to get that off. We just try to get rid of this. Drifblim is really hard for my team, actually. He did an extra 4. Is that another Swift? Or maybe it's actually the Icy Wind? Okay. I guess we'll see what's in the back. Get rid of this. Please be a Mud Boy. Okay, nice. We win. Yep, CMP locked in. Stone Edge comes in. I could have just Power Whipped and then Aura Sphered for a bit more efficiency there, but that's fine. For a little bit of time saving, I could have just done that. Guys, by the way, we're on 14 likes on the stream. Everybody who's watching, do me a quick favor, drop a like on the stream. It's very much appreciated. Tis very much appreciated. Tis very much. Alright, let's go. Big free 2. Yeah, we gained 20 elo for that, which is pretty nice. I'm up like 35 elo today from 2 free 2s. So that is definitely quite good. Sometimes this is the best elo to be climbing, right? Because if there's not a lot of people around this elo, but there's some people ahead of you, massive up airs give you massive point gains for free 2s. But then the adverse is true as well. Whenever I get up to their elo, I'm going to be losing points for free 2s. I do think the elo system's slightly bugged. Not bugged, but like slightly inaccurate. Yo, thank you, Miles. Appreciate that, buddy. Alright, nice. This is the stuff nightmares are made out of, bro. Four. No survive. If you're non-shadow, you can survive that. 5. Hopefully he doesn't snipe. If he snipes, that's kind of a bit of an awkward issue for me. Okay, hopefully that was an Aqua Tail. This will likely be the Ice Beam. I think it's worth respecting. He's an 11. $12, 13. $14. Okay. How many is he on? He might just outpace me here. I don't think he quite outpaces me to the Ice Beam, does he? Yeah, he might still win this. I don't know. It's gonna be really close. Maybe an undercharge here. If he reaches an Ice Beam, I think he's got me here. Bullfish is so good, by the way. Yeah, he's got this. I'm sure this is an Ice Beam, right? Quillfish is insane. I think I played that well up until one point in the match where I completely threw the game, which was throwing the move against Cradily at the end. For some reason I thought I had more energy on Togekiss, and I thought he had less energy on Quill. I played it perfectly up until that point, and I just completely messed it up. Yeah, if I kept over farming with the Pharaoh, I think I've got him there. The only thing I was concerned about, because he was about to reach another Rock Tomb, I didn't want to put myself into Aqua Tail range. That's pretty much my only thinking. So maybe if I do that, I lose anyway. I'll shield a Shadow Ball. He's probably core broken by this, right? 4, 5. He's on 1. CMP here. It's just Quagsire in the back. Okay. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Where's an 8? That's fine. Nine, 10. He's on 1. This might have been a misplay. I think I actually might have just misplayed this pretty badly. If I lose this, I'm stupid. And if I win this, I'm lucky. I think either way I'm stupid though. So, we'll see. Yeah, GG's, I'm silly. I completely threw that game. I'm not playing very well, actually. Yeah, I completely threw that game, bro. That was a complete throw. I'm actually pretty upset about that. That was so stupid. Cradily double swine goes hard. Let's go. That was so silly, dude. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? All I need to do is just take the mud bomb on Quag and it's GG. Like, the Pharaoh's so healthy, I just like let the Quag go down and then just bullet seed down. Ah, that's so stupid, bro. King in a calm, gentle voice. I'm actually pretty upset about that. Nice. If he body slams, that's fine. What time am I using? For me, Hugo, it is 10 AM. I'm in Japan. I don't think I died of this. I'll get off the Stone Edge. It's really tempting to farm this down with Togekiss. Nice, we don't get denied. Icy full sense, that's good. Get this off before the debuff. Oh, what team? Sorry, Hugo. Yeah, this team right here. Togekiss, Quag, Burforn. This team's been really successful for me. Even though I do like to throw games sometimes, this team's been good. We'll do 4 and throw here. I can know, that's deep. That is deep. I hear that though. That was a nice catch. I just take this out, I think. Bang! Go Togekiss. Nice, we get potentially both of these off. A CMP would have been so good there. I think I just lose. I just lose. Yep. That's the just losing part. Yeah, that's deep. That's deep. You know, it's no free. I mean, if I was doing the same right now, I would definitely, my self-worth would be quite low, based on this set. Hungaro, okay, good lead, good lead. Can we just not mess this up, please? Oh, I messed it up already. I already messed it up. I already messed it up. That's why. He's on 1. Hello. That's 2. I'm just gonna do 2 and fro. 2 and fro guarantees it. I don't get outpaced to a rock slide. Oh, okay. Okay, well, this is a thing also. Ouchie. That's a big ouchie, bro. What is this shit? That was a big ouchie. Can I please just double resist these correctly and just, you know, make the move? That'd be great. Okay, thank you for double resisting this perfectly. Okay, it didn't knock out, that's funny. That was brutal. Okay, at least we're not 0-4. Dude, why did the Orwheel do so much? It's crazy work. Yeah, good lead. Let's try to win this cleanly this time. So it's gonna be Orpeko, right? Seven, 8, 9. If we get shields down, that's okay as well. Okay, he's fighting for it. Catch on Pangoro? Nope. Surprise. Surprising stuff. Well, I think we just win this now. If it's the same team as last time, we just win this, right? 1, 2. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, we'll take the 2 free. I lost 10 elo, I'll take that. I'm at a nice elo range right now, where I'm getting enough up pairs to gain a lot of elo from free 2s, but I'm not losing much for 2 frees. Actually feels good. This elo's kind of nice. I thought this was the PvP therapy group. Here I am giving you guys Bible verses, trying to bring you to Christ. I mean, that's the best therapy you could have, right? I mean, like, after playing this game for a couple of years, I needed Christ, honestly. It's 5. Six, 7, 8, 9. He might full send. Nice, that's good. I'm gonna say that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we can take this. Let's go Stone Edge here. This is nice, because the Altaria match is not that bad into Togekiss, right? Altaria does pretty fine in there. So getting this big chip into it is really nice. Let's get another Aqua Tail into this. Alright, we'll see if he stays in the throw. Hopefully Fairthorn's just good in the back. There's some nice timing there. No, why? Why this? Why this? Yellow snow. I'm missing bubbles out here. Shields the flash cannon. GG's. This core breaks me so bad in the back. Rip. Like, Abomasnow in the even in the front, bro, it's like GG's, honestly. If I see an Abomasnow with this team, I just pretty much have to top left. Abomasnow, I would say, is a braver choice, but then, in fairness, I've noticed Bug Bite has been a little bit less these last few days. Well, the consolation I'll take for that game is, I just don't beat Abomasnow with this team, no matter how well or bad I play, most of the time. If I get it in the lead, I can kind of try to 2-shield for it, but that's about it. Yeah, dude, Quillfish is insane. I think it's so underrated. I think it was Lyle Jeffs I was playing against on the first day of this cup, who just completely obliterated me with it. It is super good. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Nice. 4, 5, 6, 7. Can I farm this all the way down? That'd be amazing. I don't think I could have quite. I think it would have been 1 HP. Nice, he lets it go. Putting all the stocks in Dunsparce here. It was a really nice call by the opponent. Really brave. Okay, we just commit to a big farm down with the Farthorn here. I just go straight Power Whip on that Togekiss, I think. Maybe it just does that much. Power Whip should be good here. He actually might get me here. The opponent's just called everything, and it's really good from them. They've given themselves like the best possible chance. They probably win this. Yeah, I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm just bad at the video game, honestly. I'm bad at the video game. Feels bad. Deserved O2. This is what being bad at the video game looks like. To be fair, like, this is the final day of the cup, and if I'm gonna have a day like this, I'd rather it be today. And everything into account, like, I'm not really losing much elo. I'm actually gaining elo, despite how bad I'm playing. No doubt this is Brick Break. Okay, this is great. Bring back Volcano Camel. We could do one more set with Volcano Camel. Trailblaze comes in. I have to throw here. Yeah, he knows that. Okay, I have to accept this. It's gonna be Icy Wind. This is a cool Pokemon. I hate getting debuffed, it makes things so much harder. Yo, can I just like... Can I just hit my bubbles, man? Hi, are you a Christian? Yes, sir. What's up, Ulina? I am indeed. Yeah, I gave my life to Christ probably about 2 years ago. Started taking it more seriously. I got baptized, I guess, August? So I've been taking it very seriously 5 or 6 years at this point. Okay, we're good. Nice. Cool. They have a move, right? Okay, cool. That was a sick team. I wish I had a Great League Articuno. To be fair, wasn't it in research a while ago? I think I could have had one if I really wanted it. I stopped going easy on them with the bubbles. Yeah, for me, like, honestly, becoming Christian, it's probably like it's not even probably, it's definitely the best thing I've ever done. What's up, Smitty? For me, like, it's changed my life more than anything. I had a lot of sort of issues growing up and stuff like that, and I tried to, like... The goals that I was setting for myself, like career, getting married, getting a house, money, fame on YouTube, all this stuff, it just never really satisfied me. The only thing that's ever truly satisfied me is Christ. It definitely got me out of a deep spot. Like, mental health-wise, I was just completely gone at a certain point. I think the sad thing is, like, there's so much misinformation about what Christianity is these days. I don't think people truly understand, like, if you actually read the Bible, like, the Bible's not what you think it's like. People have a really sort of skewed version of what they think it is. Yo, what up, Billy? What's up, Andy? Yo, Mr. Magmar. He's gonna be using a Bulbasaur, I guarantee it. Okay, Dunsparce. It could still be a Bulbasaur, ABA weak to fighting, possibly. Very true, Smitty. I mean, like, that's what I grew up on as well. Yeah, I didn't think he would fall for that. Alright, he's on free here. Amen, Reason. I think I got one turn there. Yo, what's up, Alberto? Interesting shield. I have to shield this, I don't have a choice. He might come in with the Dunsparce. Man cannot live in bread alone. How long would it take to grind all 296 Zygarde cells? Bro, you're talking months, right? Yeah, bro, it just rolled out, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, hello, Mr. Alberto. Yeah, this is tough. He comes back in with Gorgeist. I don't know how much energy I've got on the Togekiss. He's on 2 now. Six. I need this to do a lot of damage. GG's, buddy. Do you know what? I'm just happy I didn't lose to Abomasnow. That's all. Yeah, so I think, like, here's, like, the biggest struggle, right? Whenever you look into the world and you see what quote-unquote Christians are doing, and I say quote-unquote very, you know, that's a big, like, hey, hello, quote-unquote, like, you know, who don't actually follow the teachings of Christ. And if that's what you base Christianity on, of course you're going to have a bad opinion of it. That's the problem. Like, the analogy I used is, I can call myself a fireman, but if I don't go into burning buildings, I'm not a fireman. In the same way, you can call yourself whatever you want. If you don't act like what you say you are, you're not that thing. So if you look into the world and you see people who claim to be something, but they act in a completely opposite way, that's not really a true representation of what the thing is. Yeah, I did see that, Seagull. Yeah, I'll set it. Let's get the likes up a little bit. Yeah, oh, not CMP. Okay. Hey man, feeling better for it. That's 8. Okay, we'll do this one. I can't remember Licky's energy. I know they have some though. I'll do a little to and fro. That way I can double Aqua Tail if I need to. I think they're at the Body Slam now. Nice. I'm just gonna Stone Edge this. I think I reach a move later on if I need to, with the Quag. Yeah, so like there's a very famous Bible verse, and it sort of applies to the world today, and it's always applied to the world, and it's probably one of the scariest Bible verses for Christians. Let's see. Ah, I think I got one turn there. Yeah, we lose this unfortunately. Yeah, the verse is, not everybody who says Lord, Lord will enter the kingdom of heaven. On that day they'll say to me, didn't we prophesy in your name? And didn't we do good works in your name? And he'll say to them, away from me, evildoers, I never knew you. You workers of lawlessness. So, you know, again, like, that sort of goes to say, like, don't judge a book by its readers, I guess. Don't judge a book by its readers. Like, what we're commanded to do is to be, actually, my minister done a sermon on this on Sunday. We're called to be the light of the world and the salt of the earth. Salt preserves and adds flavour to things. And of course light, you know, lights up the darkness, right? That's what we're supposed to do. That's not always what you'll see. It does indeed suck to suck. Well, so the thing about Christianity is, so you're not saved by your works. Your works are separate from... So, like, basically in Christianity, your works are evidence of your faith, right? So you're not saved by your works, you're saved by the complete works of Christ, who sacrificed himself so that we could have a relationship with God. But if you have a look at Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, basically all other religions are works-based religions, right? So in some of the religions you try to do good things to go to heaven, or you try to do good things to have a better reincarnation. Whereas the main difference is that there are no works that we can do that can live up to the sacrifice that Christ made. There's another pretty famous Bible verse where it's like, you know, I'll show you my faith by my works, right? Faith without works is dead. And that's to say that, like, if you haven't had like a true transformation in your life, you know, that faith is dead. Nobody's good but God alone, amen. This is tricky. Yeah, I thought it would be Flame Charge. I sort of have to let him farm me down. I'm just gonna let this go. Dude, this is so bad. Ah, I didn't click shield. Please swap out. Nice. I just lose this. He's gonna debuff me. It's sad to me to see how much decay is in our world and how few people have faith. I mean, if you look at it, just from a societal standpoint, you can see what happens in nations that pretty much go completely like atheist and secular. Like, it tends just to get exactly what you said. Like, the world kind of becomes decayed. Whenever truth is objective and whenever morality is objective, like subjective, sorry, it's just like, what's fine one day isn't fine the next. It just leads to chaos. There's body slam here, surprisingly. Yeah, well, that's what it says in Romans 2, Pulina. God's law is written in our hearts. Yeah. Getting cooked here. More sphere. Okay, we do have a chance here. Farforn kind of core breaks the score. Five, 6, 7. Frozen 7 here. Amen, Darl. Oh yeah, Camel. Yeah, let's pull out Camel for a couple of battles. Yeah, we just overfarm here. You've been loving Leaf Green? Man, I haven't played a main series game in a long time. I wonder is that 1 HP? I want to try to get the 1 HP knockout. It was tempting to go for it. Here's the one thing that I find interesting about, I've been studying different religions a little bit. Pretty much every religion. So Christianity says that nobody comes to the Father except for me. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, right? In Islam, they call him the Messiah. They don't call him the Son of God. They say he's the Messiah. They acknowledge Jesus. In Buddha, he was enlightened. And I think the same in Hinduism. I don't know why I say shocked here. So like in a lot of these religions, Jesus is one of the ways, but in Christianity, Jesus is the only way. If you look into a lot of different religions and where they're based from, I find it interesting that even in what I would call like false religions, right? They still acknowledge Jesus as one of the ways. Also, if you're an atheist and if you're like sort of half interested in this sort of stuff, something that I found really interesting whenever I was first learning about the faith was near-death experiences, where people die. Like they're in a hospital bed, they're having a surgery or something, right? And they die and they see the afterlife. Like their soul leaves their body and they see a lot of stuff. I find those quite interesting. Yeah, well, Shardlon, if you heard that today, that's confirmation for you. Yeah, exactly. Perfectly put. Or he might catch here. Nice. Dude, like, people will call themselves atheists, but then they'll look up star signs, like... I agree, there's no true atheist. Nice catch. I honestly completely forgot they had a third Pokemon that I haven't seen yet. Yeah, GG's. We'll just top left this one. I think like probably one of the tougher things about believing in Christianity is like believing in the supernatural, right? We're so conditioned to believe that none of that stuff is real. But it's kind of insane whenever you actually really look at, like, deeply look into stuff. It's kind of insane, the stuff that goes on. Like, you only have to look at the Epstein files for a minute and say, like, these guys are just performing demonic rituals. Like, why would they be doing that? And in those files, you see how much they hate Jesus. If the most evil people in the world hate Jesus, that means something, chat. Like, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that, dude. That's not a coincidence or an accident. Well, like, that's the argument, isn't it? So, like, the creation is... So, I think it was, like, in the 60s or something, scientists discovered that there was a beginning to the world. So, like, the original atheist view was that the universe has always existed, but then they were able to do an observation which showed that there was a beginning point in the universe, which kind of threw a little bit of a spanner into their works a little bit, because it's like, oh, this thing hasn't always been here. And so then they were forced to pretty much, like, try to theorize what it was. And so the current running theory is that in the beginning there was nothing, and everything came from nothing, and from that nothing there was a perfect order created in the universe. And even Stephen Hawking said if the universe expanded at any different of a rate compared to what it did, the entire universe would have collapsed on itself, or would have like expanded infinitely and not, you know, wouldn't have worked, basically. I can't really explain it that well. So, like, I gotta say, man, if everything came from nothing, and the nothing has perfect order, that's a pretty special nothing. I've never seen a nothing like that before. In science, we've never, like, observed Darwinian evolution. We've never seen one species become another species. That's just something we've never observed. We've never seen a single-cell organism come to a second cell, or like a two-cell organism. So a lot of the running theories around, you know, like the creation of universe outside of religion, just... they're incomplete. So whenever you look into a lot of things, like, it's not that crazy to think. And this is coming from somebody who, like, completely believed all this stuff. Like, yeah, I read this in science textbooks, this is probably true. You know, things aren't quite as nicely, you know, neatly tied up as you would think. You know, I've heard the saying, Smitty, before, a little bit of science will make you an atheist, a lot of science will make you a Christian. When you look at the likelihood of everything that we have, it's like throwing a grenade into a chunk of metal and hoping a BMW comes out of it. It's just so unlikely. Like, the chances of the universe forming from the way that they said it formed is like 1 in trillions. Like, it's an unfathomable number. Yeah, this is GG. I just lose this, unfortunately. And air cutter takes me out here. No, it's like literally 1 in trillions. And then whenever you look into the Bible and, like, prophecies and all the sort of stuff that happened in the Bible, there's a lot of historical and archaeological evidence for it. Here's one of the ones that I find really interesting, right? So in the book of Zechariah, so, like, whenever Jesus ascended back to heaven, he died, he was resurrected, he spent 40 days on earth, and he ascended. And he said that, so he ascended from the Mount of Olives, and he said that he will come back the same way he came. So basically he's going to come to the Mount of Olives. Hundreds of years before Jesus, in the book of Zechariah, it was prophesied that in the end times, whenever Jesus does come back, whenever the Messiah returns, he's going to land on the Mount of Olives, and there's going to be a huge split. Basically the mountain's going to be divided from east to west, and it's also prophesied that... Let's get the Psyshock off here. It's also prophesied that he'll come through the east gate of Jerusalem. Now, I think like in the year 1000 or something like that, somebody sealed up the east gate of the Jerusalem because they were afraid that the Messiah would come back and basically come through that gate. I think in like the 1970s in Jerusalem, they wanted to build a hotel on the Mount of Olives, but because it's like a historical landmark, they basically had to get a land survey done. And what they found was that there's a fault line that runs from the Mount of Olives directly the whole way through the east gate of Jerusalem and, like, directly into Jerusalem. So whenever the Messiah comes back, the mountain's gonna split from I'm probably getting the directions wrong, like north to south, right? Which is going to split through the east gate of Jerusalem. There's literally a fault line exactly where that's said to be happening, so like, it's insane how much evidence there is. Like, that to me is kind of mind-blowing, right? Like, how could this book written thousands of years ago possibly know that? Yeah, look into it. I didn't explain it very well. Okay, lantern. Dude, I would love to visit at some point. Obviously, like, it's pretty crazy at the minute. But yeah, generally speaking, I'd love to go. Dude, that's awesome. I never knew you went to seminary. But like, that's insane. Like, you have to, like, whenever you see stuff like that, you have to sit back and look. There's loads of stuff like that. There's like, they found like seashells and stuff at the top of mountains. Like, how does that happen? Which obviously, like, that talks about the flood. Does 2 power-ups knock out? I'm not convinced it does. Dude, that's awesome. I never knew that. You probably seed bombs. Okay, that actually might knock out. Ah, okay. Well, GG's. Yeah, I explained that pretty badly, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Long story short, whenever Jesus left, he said, I'm going to come back here. It was the Mount of Olives. He said it's prophesied that he'll go for the east gate. They blocked up the east gate, thinking, okay, we're going to try and stop the Messiah coming through this gate. It's written that the mountain will split from north to south, which will basically open a pathway the whole way through the east gate of Jerusalem. And in like the 60s or something, they tried to build a hotel on the Mount of Olives. They had a land survey done, and there's a fault line going directly from the Mount of Olives through the east gate of Jerusalem. That's insane. Like, even if you're an atheist, you have to say, like, that's insane. No, I wouldn't say so, J-Hud. I wouldn't say so. Guess I'm gonna bank this set for tomorrow. Exactly. What Return to Reason said is 100% correct. You know, as Christians, we don't have to affirm, you know, evil stuff that's going on in the world. We don't have to. In fact, we should do the exact opposite of that. I think this is, yeah, that was my last set for today. I'm going to bank the 6th set for tomorrow. Yeah, NDEs, near-death experiences. So like with those, you know, if you're looking into those, it's kind of like, unfortunately, it's just like everything where whenever something's popular, people will lie and make stuff up, so you kind of have to be a little bit cautious with those. But I do think, yeah, I do think some of them are true. I might give it a try tomorrow. The fast move pressure doesn't really feel great anymore, though. Dude, I'm actually so surprised how good Quillfish is. It was pretty insane. But yeah, thanks everybody, really appreciate y'all. Big shout out to everybody here who's like an atheist or, you know, Hinduism, anything else that you guys believe in. appreciate you guys listening to that kind of stuff. I do respect you guys a lot, and you know, my prayer for everybody is that you do find Christ. Like for me, I was just in such a dark spot, man, before I converted to Christianity. Before Christ saved me, like I was just completely lost. So I just so hope, like, if anybody's struggling with some stuff, like that is the answer. There is an answer. It's not going to be anything in the world. It's not going to be money. It's not going to be girls. It's not going to be drugs. It's not going to be anything else. So I just pray that you guys consider it carefully. Because here's the thing, guys. We have one life on this earth. That's one thing we can all agree on. We have one life on this earth. If there's a 1% chance that God exists, you should at the very least look into it. Because if God does exist, there's so much waiting for you. And if you do your research and you think, you know what, I don't believe this, fair enough. At the very least, the best thing you can do is have a look into it. But yeah, thanks everybody. God bless, man. Have a good rest of your day. And I will catch you all tomorrow.